This is the card we're going to be doing today. This a pretty stamp? This is from, hold on, the Gallery Blooms. It's this one down here. I've been doing Gallery Blooms lately, and I've used this one, but I haven't used this one, so I thought today was the day. And I used the die, and there's all kinds of little dies in there for leaves, and I'll show you those in a minute. And I use the exposed brick on the, oh my goodness, Coastal Cabana. I used a retired stamp, layering leaves, for the thinking of you, because when Stampin' Up does the rehaul, a lot of times you don't have words, salutations, anything like that. So I have to use old stamps, and I'm sorry about that, because you cannot purchase that one. Now, I'm using Country Lace DSP, and I'm using this one, and I'm using this one. Now, I will show you how I did this. Yeah, that's the one. I cut a, put this aside. This is how you make the triangles. You make a 3-inch square. I cut a strip off the Designer Series paper, and this is 3 inches, so I'm cutting it off, and it should give me 2. Yeah, that's right. So I have an extra one. So what I am doing is I am putting this in the track, holding that one. I'm putting it right in the center, and this one's going in the center. Then I check this one to make sure it's in the center, and then check that one to make sure it's in the center. And then I bring this down and I go like that, and then come back. I start in the center, and then I go to the edge. And I do that the same with the basic gray, only it's 3 1/4 inches. So that's why you get that edge around, so that you can actually see it. It's 1/4 inch. So I gotta get rid of this and grab this. So I've already done my envelope, because you do not need to see me do this 3 times. And I've already done this one and cut it out, because you do not need to see me do it 3 times. So I did it ahead. I will be doing it on this one. And there's my black. Now I'm bringing out my piercing mat, because it does do a much better job. Now I'm trying to get it as close to the corner as possible. Just like that, it's done. Where to put my lid? There. I did the thinking of you because it has to be fussy cut out, and you do not need to see me fussy cut that out. Honestly, it just wastes your time, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to, now if you wanted to, you could run these through the embossing folder, but it is designer series paper, and it does have design on there, but you might not be able to see it. So you can run that through like the exposed brick, like I did here. I ran that through exposed brick and gave it some texture. Now you can do the same with this if you want. You can, any embossing folder you could run it through. So I am starting out with Granny Apple Green Dark, and I am just going over the lines. I'm outlining it, and I'm doing some of the lines that the artist put in. Not all of them, because they're fairly close together, and then it's solid dark green. You don't get any light green in there. So my thoughts are just do a few, and then you'll see the lighter green. So how's everybody doing today? I just went outside earlier and it was raining, and my seedlings were sitting in puddles, so I had to dump them all. It's kind of like I wish I had the rain earlier in the season. It would have really helped me with watering my plants, but they had to be done inside. But that rain, it sure is nice not to have to go out every night and water my plants. That was light and dark, Granny Apple Green, and then dark Lemon Lolly, and this is dark Pool Party. I started with darker colors, and I didn't like it on this card. I thought the card needed something light, just some white on these flowers so they didn't disappear into the card because of all the coastal Cabana. And I see I missed a leaf. I've done that a few times with that one. You would have thought that I would get used to it because I've done them. This is my 6th one I've done. I did it 3 for the card I showed you, and now 3 for this one. So what I'm going to do, I get rid of that and bring in this, and I will show you what dies I used. I used 4 different dies. Now I'm going to cut them up, but I am going to show you what dies they are. They look like that. There's those 2 look similar, and then this one is totally different. It's this one. But this one and this one and this one I did in garden green, and this one and this one I did in Granny Apple Green. So aren't they pretty? I really like these. They're so dainty and delicate, and that is me. So now I am going to cut Sometimes it's just frustrating. Just dump it. Just make it easier. Dump it. Okay. I'm still using my old ones, trying to get rid of them. Oh, that's crazy. It was working a minute ago because I checked it. There we go. I can see the glue on my fingers. There we go. Now get rid of that glue. And I put this at the top. So what I did is I took this one and I cut it down here. Excuse my granddaughter, she has been sick. She has asthma, but we think she has been sick, like not feeling well with the flu and a cold. But she's coughing in the background as she lays in bed. Now I really like this one. The way yeah, I just love it. So I gotta take my, and I'm just touching these leaves here, not doing much, and they're going to fit in there, just like that. And I didn't put anything else there. So then I took this and I fussy cut it. Basically, I cut down like this, and then I came up and cut that completely out. So we have this one. I guess I've got to cut that extra out. I went with the curve of it. So now this one I cut completely apart. And it doesn't matter here because it really is going to go underneath. But I will just do that. Just see how much I put underneath. Yeah, it's so far down. So that one's going to go there because I don't want, like I want it to fit in the confines of the frame pretty well. There's a glue ball. Get rid of that. And then this one, I want it to come out like this. So you really don't need, because see there it is down there. So you don't need to do anything near the edge of extra trimming. There. Just like that. And see, yeah, it's fitting in within the confines. So I am taking this one. Actually, I'm going to take this one first. Put this one in. And it's going to go here. I always like it when they give me extra dies so that I can dress up my flowers. I love doing scenes because I can make it my own and I can just do whatever I want in a scene. But this to me is like a scene because I'm adding vegetation around it, and it's not just the stamped image anymore. I make it mine. And that to me, it just thrills me to be able to do that. Now, I think this one's going to disappear. And this one is going in next. And he is fitting in here. Well, it might have been easier if I used my tweezers. Maybe I will with this one, because it's so small. And then just like that. There we go. And it fits within somewhat of the perimeters. I wanted some to hang over, but I didn't want it to hang over a lot. Does that make sense? I hope so. Yeah, I did too much there. Trying to not do the very ends of everything, but there I go and do the very ends. Isn't this pretty paper? I like this gray smoky slate stripe. There. A little bit over, but not too much. Okay, now I am going to close that up. And I'm bringing this in, and I don't need those. That's what I showed you. So now I am going to take a break. I thought Bill had been charging the phone, but it wasn't charged, so it wouldn't shut off. And I'm going, why won't it shut off? And yeah, it says low battery. So I had to fix that and put it on the charging cord, and yeah. So that means I had to take the phone down and out of my camera stand, and that means everything's in a different position, and yeah. Bill uses a program that I cannot do even 30 minutes, so I have to take a break in filming. And if I don't, it's a struggle for him to do it. So I try to remember to take a break so that it's easier for him. Don't always remember. So if you could like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, you will get notified when I put a video up. It just helps me grow my channel. Yeah, it's growing my channel is a challenge. So if you do any of those things, it just is a big help. There we go. Like this. There. Now, there it is. I knew I had one. It's like it came in a card backing. Oh. I try to always have extras made up of all the sizes that I use. The backings always have a pile of them, and 5 1/4 by 4s, I have a pile of those because I use those for inside the card. Oopsie. I always have a pile of envelopes here so that I don't have to go to my stash and get them. There we go. I'm just going to stick this in. I wonder, can I get this working? Okay, there's nothing in there, so that's good. Get this one, see if this one will. Feels like there's something in there, but there. This one should work. Yep, look at that. I really like this flower. How about you? Do you like this flower? This stamp set is gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? Just so pretty. So now I am going to bring in my dimensionals and put them on the back of this. You could put this flat if you wanted to. I just thought the dimensions was kind of nice. So I'm going to do this. I'm not doing the bottom because it's not, that part is touching the card. So, whoops. That was supposed to go there. Oh, somehow the backing didn't come off. That's why it didn't stay in place when I put it there. It moved. Yeah, that's crazy. But, oh well. No biggie. Now this is going to go up here. There. So, push those down. Take these off. Like that. Now, these come off a little bit easier. They're bigger. I've got to order mini dimensionals. Now I am trying to get it in the center again. Well, I think that's going to do. Good enough. Now, this is going to go like that. So I need a little bit of glue. There we go. Not a lot is needed, just enough to keep it from spinning or losing it. Now I am bringing in my ribbon. This has been discontinued, but I still have some, so I'm going to use it. I don't want to use, I need to order more of my white with silver trim. I just don't have enough. So I thought, oh, okay. This is an iridescent one. It was a one that I really liked. And I bought 2 rolls, so I would have it, and then they discontinued it. So I just don't want to waste. I've wasted, over the years, I've not used it, but it's getting to the point now that can't afford to waste it. I need to use it. But I will tell you a ribbon that you can use that is really nice. Silver edged and white. There's also another white that goes with it's Night of Navy or Misty Moonlight. I can't remember at this point in time. But it's, and there's more online that are going, white ones that go with the sweets and different things that the Stampin' Up!'s just come out with. But I don't know what they look like because I haven't used them or seen them in person yet. I always figured you can't have enough white ribbons because you can take a white ribbon and make it any color basically with blends. It just makes it nice that way. Okay, let's get rid of some of this stuff. There. I've got to put my embellishments on, and those are currant, if I can find them. I have piles of stuff piled up here. What did I do with them? I found them. They are the Faceted Gems Trio Pack. Now, and I'm using these green ones down here. Well, I don't know what color they are. Doesn't say, but they go very nicely with the Coastal Cabana. I'm going to have to get some more because I'm getting low on them, on this color. Yeah, I haven't used too many of this. But there's, you don't get very many. But anyways. There we go. So what do you think of my card? If you like this, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for being here, taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. Bye now.